What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow and Arrowverse and Legends of Tomorrow video. So if you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe down below. If you did enjoy the video, that'd be super helpful. I apologise for the weird composition of this video because I'm not sure what's wrong. The layout looks different, and to be honest, I don't care enough to try and fix it. But this week's Arrow again was brilliant. Of course, there was some incredible downsides to the episode, as always. Not everything can be perfect as much as, well, we really want it to. Highlights were, of course, the future flash forwards, and, of course, the cool stuff with the Longbow hunters, especially Silence, which I thought was really awesome. So we have more flash forwards this episode, and we learn that William is, well, gay as well, and there's been quite a lot of people, a lot of headlines just saying like William gay billionaire and stuff like that. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Why? Because just because his sexual orientation, why does it matter that much? And to be honest, when you make something such a big deal about something, it's not making it normal, and really it should be normal. It was such a throwaway line. I love the representation there, but I'm not going to talk about that much, to be honest. But the flash forwards revealed that we have William. He's working on some magnet tech stuff, which is pretty cool. He's a billionaire, or at least he's thrown $1 billion at creating maglift stuff, which is probably the technology of the future. The way he made it sounded like it was like the bullet train style technology, but I'm not too sure if it's something else as well. I'm not really big on science. I just like Elon Musk, and that's really about it. But William has got a little tracker device, and we turn out that the arrow was actually a kind of the coordinates to a special cache left by the Green Arrow himself. For what gain, we don't know, but there was a mysterious note left by the previous Green Arrow. We don't know if he's alive or dead. We just know that William has actually been abandoned by Felicity and Oliver as well. So lots of mysteries there for this season and the future flash forwards. But we know they're going back to Star City, and to be honest, it's quite curious to see what is happening. We're not sure if Diaz has finally taken over Star City and he has won and got control of Star City and is living out his dream of being the king of the douchebags. But I do love the actor who plays him, and he plays it superbly well. We've seen him briefly last episode, briefly this episode, so they're kind of drip feeding his presence throughout, and really it's just making us want more, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the pacing of these episodes, bar the Felicity stuff this episode, which was ridiculous. However, we are going back to Star City in the future, and we'll learn what actually has happened there, and there's more to William than we really know. There's like 20 episodes left of this season, so we've got quite a long way to work out these flash forwards, and really adds more mystery. The flashbacks never really kind of added much mystery for me. I wasn't really that interested in them, to be honest. Apart from Lost, they worked really well because we didn't know anything about these characters, and then we kind of learnt about them in their flashbacks. But then the flash forwards for this, we can then go forward and see and kind of come up with some really cool theories as to what is really going on. Now, the stuff with Felicity, I absolutely hated. She has been a complete D-bag. She is under, well, or was under Argus protection because, you know, Diaz is after her, along with possibly the Longbow hunters now as well. So it's not looking good for Felicity, but she's made a deal with Samandra and the FBI, the people who, you know, made the deal with Oliver in the first place. So it's not really that shocking or whatever. Like, Samandra's just doing her job, and really we're going to be, I was curious to see where they go next with this. But the whole thing with her going behind Diggle's back, him helping her out, I didn't like. I really did like the fact that Papa Diggs was actually, he's the leader, or kind of like, he's very high up obviously in Argus, and he's being as he is in Argus. He's not being Team Arrow. He's done with Team Arrow. He's completely done. That's quite similar to the comics there as well. So I like that. But Felicity just continues to be annoying, although she has admitted that she's wrong finally in the show. So I didn't really like that. I hope they don't really use her too much. But the Longbow hunters, Kodiak, Red Dart, Silencer, Oh my god, were they cool. Now, it's interesting because the Longbow Hunters, they weren't really this group. They've taken the name of the Longbow Hunters, this mysterious organisation, and in the comics they actually had a totem of the longbow, and different characters had different totems. So we've got Kodiak, who had the shield. He's part of the Shield clan, who had the shield totem. Red Dart was just a character who was in New 52 and joined Diaz's team, and the Silencer was also not at all involved with this group or really much Arrow. Silencer was part of the new age of superheroes. This would come out of Dark Knight's Metal, and she's one of the brand new characters and is aligned with Talia al Ghul. She actually worked for her in some capacity as well. The Silencer comic is well worth reading. Seeing her powers look really, really cool. I thought they did her real great justice there. And if you check out Twitter, they posted a kind of an image of her in a proper New Age of superhero suit as well. But they're cool. They're trying to get some sort of weird sort of battery thing and it's part of a weapon, of course. Of course it is. It's Argus. Why would they even make that? I don't know. A lot of these, you're just thinking, you just made the problem yourself there by making this stupid weapon. But Diaz and the Longbow Hunters want it. And the question is, how has he got to work with the Longbow Hunters? Has he hired them? Is he working for them, or is it a sort of mutual power struggle thing? And I'm interested to see where that goes next, because in the comics, the Longbow Hunters, they weren't particularly like this. But in the comics, Diaz returned to Star City and brought his own group of people, which consisted of Red Dart and then a few others. Count Vertigo, but he's not in this. It is, of course, Red Dart, Kodiak, and the Silencer, who has some really dope-ass power. That was really cool. I really did like that. They're going to be some great villains moving forward. And I like the fact they're drip-feeding Diaz. They're going to be like the main kind of the face of this. Now, the prison, again, is interesting. I thought I'd get bored of the prison, but it's looking cool because obviously you've got Cody Rhodes and you've got Vinnie Jones. I absolutely adore Cody Rhodes, the NWA champion. And, of course, Vinnie Jones there as well because, you know, Vinnie Jones. So they're kind of the power struggle going on in this prison, and we've got his, kind of the Green Arrow ward sort of thing. The little whelpy guy who's a bit useless, and they're trying to work out how to get rid of York. And I enjoyed that. This is cool. I like all these plot threads that are going on, except Felicity. Get in the bin. See ya. Don't like that whatsoever. But you know, people have got a hard on for Felicity for some reason. And then, of course, we've got both of the Canaries are kind of going at it, and yeah, Dina, I'm not really bothered. The plot line's moving forward with her, and we've also got the idea that we've got our own sort of Sokovia Accords with the vigilantes that aren't able to actually suit up as well. So we won't see much of the vigilantes, to be honest, because everyone knows who Wild Dog actually is, and Diggle is aware as well. So his immunity deal will completely go out the window if he decides to suit up again. So we're going to see a lot of Argus, which I like. That's cool. Argus has been a really cool thing throughout the Arrowverse as well. So really good episode. I personally really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun watching it. We also had Legends of Tomorrow return as well, which was absolutely superb. I'm probably not going to do weekly videos for Supergirl and Legends because I don't have the time to do a video on every single show anymore. I wish I did, and another problem is that it's not really that popular. The Flash isn't that popular on this channel anymore, but I really enjoy the episodes and I really enjoy making the content. Same with Arrow. Last year, the same. I didn't have the time and you weren't really that interested. But I'm really interested in making the videos here, so I'm actually really invested. So Legends of Tomorrow, while it won't, I'll talk about it in these videos. That's just like a little channel update. Same with Supergirl. Supergirl was boring and a bit crap, to be honest. But Agent Liberty looks dope. Legends of Tomorrow, fun. I absolutely loved this. Constantine doing his magic. His best Doctor Strange impression was cool. He did that with the unicorn. It had me in bits when the unicorn just impaled the hippie. That was really fun. And we've got lots of different magical enemies this season. And I really liked how I was getting a bit bored of the time travel anachronism sort of thing going on. And that's done. Now we've got magical beings coming out. So we've got quite a lot of stuff there moving forward. A lot of different ideas of villains that we could see as well, because we could see some sort of form of the Justice League Dark, and I'd really love it if Zatanna popped up in one of these episodes as well. That's a perfect time, and you could sort of turn Legends of Tomorrow sort of into Justice League Dark as well. Now the crossover is looking insane. We've had so many images come from Canada Graphs on Twitter overnight, so full credit to that person behind that Twitter handle and that blog. And we have seen the fact that John Wesley Shipp is joining as his OG 90s Flash character on the show. Now, that kind of shouldn't really come as too much of a surprise, just for the sheer fact that he said he was coming back. And also, it's an Elseworld thing, so it's a very much a multiple world thing. So we're getting multiple different... We've got the Trigger twins and things like that. We've got many, many different versions. We've got, for some reason, Grant and Stephen Amell have swapped over, which is weird, just weird to say the least. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. It's fun. And of course, we've seen the first look at the Monitor, who is the kind of the seer of all the worlds. But if you remember in Crisis on Infinite Earth, the Monitor actually noticed that a lot of worlds were dying due to, you know, the Anti-Monitor. And then we're going to see that. I expect that this possibly will see many of the a few of the multiverse worlds dying. The Arrowverse crew trying to stop it. Don't stop it fully. And at the end, we'll probably see the Anti-Monitor appear. And that will probably be set up for a Crisis on Infinite Earth's time at some point. I'm a bit worried they're trying to do Crisis on Infinite Earth light somewhat here. Just a light version of it. But I really don't think they will. But the Monitor will be involved in some way because it's multiverse. But let me know what you think in the comments about that. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.